A laser engraver with a built-in printer? This just might be the coolest craft machine that I have ever used. Just when you think you finally have all the cool craft tools that you need, xTool goes and releases the xTool M1 Ultra. You can make pretty much everything with this thing. It's a world's first 4-in-1 craft machine. It prints, it cuts, it laser engraves, it has blades for cutting materials like vinyl just like a Cricut does, and pens for writing and drawing. If you took a laser engraver, a Cricut machine, and an inkjet printer and mashed them up into one compact, incredible machine, you would get the xTool M1 Ultra. Instead of needing multiple different machines to do different functions, now you can do it all with just one machine, saving you valuable space in your craft room. I have a laser engraver, a Cricut, and an inkjet printer all right here, so you can see just how much space all of these different tools take up. I'm really running out of space in my craft room. I have nowhere to put anything anymore. But this one machine right here does the job of all three of these machines. And it's nice because you only have to learn how to use one machine instead of multiple different machines and softwares and manuals and different setups for everything and materials. I'm very grateful to xTool for sending me this machine to test out on my channel. I received this machine for free, but I was not compensated for making this video, and all of these thoughts and opinions are my own. In this video, I'll share all of the things that I love about this machine and also some of the things that I don't love. Make sure you watch this video all the way until the end because I share a lot of important information about my experience using it. If you decide that you love this machine as much as I do and you want to purchase one, you can click that link down below in my video description. Since I am an affiliate of theirs, I will earn a small commission at no additional cost to you if you make a purchase through my link. Enter promo code CRICKETER at checkout to save even more money off of your purchase. Before we dive into more details, I would love it if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. I share all kinds of DIY crafting content on my channel. From Cricut projects to laser engraving to sublimation, I have a little bit of everything for everyone. I also share project ideas, tutorials, and business tips on how you can turn your crafting hobby into a small business. I've used some pretty versatile and unique lasers on my channel before, but I have never in my life used a laser with a built-in printer until I got my xTool M1 Ultra. I've never even heard of a laser engraver having an inkjet printer before. Have you? Let me know in the comments. The xTool M1 Ultra stands out from all of its competitors because it combines traditional laser engraving with a modular inkjet printing head. The inkjet works similarly to your home printer, applying tiny droplets of ink to your material's surface. But instead of being limited to paper, you can print on thick, hard materials like clay, stone, or wood, redefining the boundaries of inkjet printing. And let me tell you, it prints ink, but it might as well print money with the amount of projects that you can make and sell with this thing. The inkjet printer module opens up a whole new world of creative possibilities, especially for those who want to combine color and engraving in their projects. Being able to switch from the laser engraving module to the blade module to the inkjet printer module in seconds is a real game changer. Not all laser engravers on the market are that easy to use. If you've watched my channel before, you've probably seen some tutorials of me using my We Create Vision. This machine is versatile in a totally different way. With that machine, you can swap out an IR laser head with the diode laser, but the process for doing so is really quite complicated. You have to unscrew things and swap out cables. You would definitely have to follow along to a tutorial to learn how to do this. Almost all of the comments on my tutorial for that video are people complaining about how it's too complicated to do. It's really not a beginner-friendly process, and I tend to not even use my IR head because I agree that swapping it out is annoying. xTool's modular system allows you to pop different modules in and out in seconds. If I wanted to swap my laser module out with my inkjet printer module, this is all that I would have to do. Now we're going to take out the laser module by flipping this over and sliding it up. And let's pop this one into place. The next thing that you have to do is take this cover off. And right here is this little cable which wraps around and plugs in right here. Then you can put your cover back on. Now the inkjet module is ready to use. That's it. It's so easy. xTool's machines are great because they are truly beginner friendly and easy to use, and wicked versatile. Speaking of versatility, let's talk a little bit more about all of the things that you can do with this machine. If you pop in the blade module, you can use your xTool M1 Ultra just like a Cricut machine. There's sticky mats like you use with a Cricut that you stick your vinyl to. Then you load it into the machine and cut out your design. You can use the blade and vinyl to make car window decals and wall decals. You can make stickers, it writes and draws, and works with third-party pens if you want to make handwritten looking cards or invitations. If you're into sewing, you can use the rotary blade to cut through fabrics like denim, cotton, and linen. There's a foil transfer tip that, when paired with foil, achieves a stunning gold foil effect on paper. When not using foil, you can make embossed patterns on paper with it. If you pop in the laser module, you can do traditional laser engraving and cutting. This machine comes in either a 10 watt or a 20 watt version. I recommend getting the 20 watt because with twice the power, this allows you to cut through thicker materials in a shorter amount of time. Whenever I'm trying to come up with project ideas for things that I can laser cut or engrave, the first place that I go to is Creative Fabrica. I've been using them for probably 5 or 6 years now. I couldn't imagine crafting without Creative Fabrica. So what I like to do is go to the search bar and type in something like laser cut or laser engraved. Then I just scroll through the pages looking for ideas. You can see that there's a ton of cute project ideas that have color. Projects with color look a lot better than projects without color. With the xTool M1 Ultra, you could print this shape to be blue and then laser cut it and then laser engrave or print the text. This project would be really easy to make with the M1 Ultra. Without this machine, you would have to cut and paint this layer to make it blue. Using the Inkjet module to make projects like these will save you so much time. With ink, you don't have to wait hours for paint to dry. You can switch from the printer module to the laser module or blade module or pen module in about 30 seconds. You can finish projects so much faster with this machine, which means better productivity and more money in your pocket if you can bang out more orders in less time. If you've never used Creative Fabrica before, you can sign up for a free trial through the link down below in my video description. If you love them and want to sign up for a subscription like I do, you can sign up for only $3.99 a month, billed as $47 for the whole year. If you're not getting your designs from Creative Fabrica, then you're probably spending at least $4 per download buying them on Etsy. Creative Fabrica gives you unlimited downloads of all their great stuff with commercial license included. A commercial license is what you need if you want to sell your projects legally. A lot of people get laser engravers to start a business with, so making sure you're using designs with a commercial license included is important. Creative Fabrica didn't pay me or sponsor this video at all. I just love them and I like to share them with my viewers because I could not imagine crafting without them. But anyways, like I said before, the feature that really sold me was the Inkjet printer. I've said it over and over again on my channel. I hate painting. It's messy and time consuming and I'm not good at it. I may be crafty, but I'm no painter. With this machine, you can use the Inkjet printer to make your wood whatever color you want and then cut it out to create stunning full color projects. Take this alphabet puzzle, for example. This would be a great customizable laser engraving project to sell. You can print out each letter in a different color with the Inkjet module, then switch to the laser module to cut out the letters. Without this machine, you would have to go to the store and buy different color paints and brushes for each letter. Then paint everything and wait hours for it to dry. This Inkjet printer saves you so much time because the ink dries right away and doesn't require some big messy process. Now there's no more having to drive to Home Depot to color match your picture and spending money on brushes and paints that you'll probably only use once. No more having to go outside with cardboard boxes to paint in the grass and having little bugs fly in the paint and having to clean the messy brushes after. Oh God, I hate painting. That's why I would never make projects with color like this puzzle before, and it was super limiting for what I could make. Plain colored wood is boring, but painting sucks. Putting a printer into a laser is the most ingenious idea I've ever heard of. I originally thought that I would love this machine for its ability to print actual photos onto wood, but what surprised me was how much more I loved it just for being able to make full color projects without painting. Now let's talk about some of the things that I don't love. It can print photos onto wood, but as you can see, the photo quality isn't that great. I tinkered around with settings for a while and I found that projects come out a lot better when you're using a high resolution photo. This is the best photo quality that I ended up getting. I cranked the resolution up in Canva and then I did it with 70 intensity in one pass. I'm going to try putting some Mod Podge over it and seeing if that makes it look better. So I would not recommend using Mod Podge. It made the ink bleed and get all over the sponge. Good to know. I think pictures come out better on wood ornaments like these with the wood grain rather than really smooth sanded pieces of wood like these. When you have the wood grain, it gives it that rustic look, which makes the project look really cool. But on smooth wood like these, it kind of just looks like a poor quality photo. You have to remember, you're printing on wood. You don't have a smooth white background like with paper, so the pictures aren't going to look the same as if they were printed on professional photo paper. I'm really excited for Christmas to come because I plan on making a killing selling these photo ornaments. If you're interested in making some of these, I'll leave a link in my video description to where I bought the blanks. Another thing that I'm not crazy about is their software. Their software is called xTool Creative Space, and the reason that I don't like it is because it's not a very good design software for the printer module. It's great if all you want to do is import pre-made designs from somewhere like Creative Fabrica, but you really can't make any of your own designs in the software. For example, my husband wanted to make this door sign for my daughter. He wanted to type out her name and make it purple, but there's no way to change the text color to purple. We had to design it in Inkscape and then import it into their software. Another thing that kind of stinks is that there's no built-in camera. I love lasers with camera because they're just a lot easier to use. However, this machine has an awesome feature called Snapshot that allows you to use your phone's camera in the software instead. Basically how it works is you take a picture of the inside of your laser with your phone, and then the app sends it to the computer software. There's also something called pinpoint positioning where you use crosshairs on the computer to align your project in the software. Supposedly this is 10 times more accurate than using a camera, so that's why they did away with the camera. Another con is that without the riser base, which is sold separately, you can't fit very tall projects into the machine. You would think that a machine like this would cost a fortune since it's essentially 3 machines in one. It's a laser engraver, a vinyl cutter, and an inkjet printer, but it's actually surprisingly affordable. It starts at $1,200, $1,300 if you want the model that comes with the inkjet printer, which I would absolutely recommend. That's what makes this machine so awesome after all. A Cricut machine alone costs around $400. Most good laser engravers are at least $1,000 or $2,000. And an inkjet printer that prints on wood, I don't even know what that would cost. But to buy all of these machines separately would cost a lot more than $1,300 and would take up a ton of space. This little machine right here does it all and saves you a ton of space. My mind is literally spinning with all of the different things that I can make and sell with this thing. Whether you're crafting for fun, making personalized gifts, or building a business, the xTool M1 Ultra is a tool that will take your creativity to the next level. Think about all of the unique, high-quality products that you could offer in your Etsy shop or at craft fairs. Seriously, if you're looking to push the boundaries of what you can create, this machine is a must-have. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and drop a comment below with what ideas you have for what you'd make with the xTool M1 Ultra. And don't forget to check out the link in my video description to learn more about the xTool M1 Ultra. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.